In the city, loving life and trying to survive, but there's not enough time, and there's not enough wine in the world. Basically adulting. Basically adulting.
Hey friends, it's Erin Waddell
and Luisa Diaz, and welcome back to Basically Adulting.
Shout out to Leighton Fields for singing our introduction song. Like always, we will put his Instagram information and his website so you guys can see all of his, or listen to all of his, find out where he is.
Tonight, we got our wine of the night.
Oh, wine of night. Just to get into the Christmas spirit, you know.
Erin wrote a song for y'all guys.
That's as far as I've gotten. I haven't finalized it yet, so I don't want to give it away.
She doesn't have all the details set.
Don't have all the lyrics ready. But yeah, our wine of night is, I think we've had this one before. It's pretty much our go-to Bay Bridge Vineyards Cabernet. It's the $2.99 bottle from Kroger. You know, it's the best.
It's a quick grab.
Yeah. I try to buy at least like 2 bottles every time that I'm there, so we're always stocked up. Just because it's a good deal. And actually, if you buy 6, you get like a 20% discount. Like one time I brought 5 bottles to the cash register, and the guy was like, you know, if you get one more, you get 20% off. And I was like, no way. And he's like, yeah, way. And I was like, well, can you hold my spot in line? Because I'm going to go get one more bottle. And so I ended up going to get another one. But anyways, what's been going on with you? What's like a good thing? Let's like play a game. Good and bad. Like
good and bad.
Because we haven't been on for a while, or we haven't recorded in a while. Let's just like give a summary of
the 2 months.
A lot of good things have happened, and you know, like a couple bad things. You know, life happens. So we want to like keep it humble.
Gotta balance it out.
Yeah, keep it humble. Like we're not perfect. Bad shit happens to us too. So. Okay, say like a couple good things and like one bad thing that's happened.
A couple good things. So, I don't think I've told y'all, but I am a maid of honor to my best friend's wedding.
Whoop whoop.
Yes.
She's been on the show, Fernanda.
Oh yeah, she has been on the show.
Via phone.
Via phone? Yes.
Yeah, she called us.
Yes.
Or she called you, actually.
Yeah. She found her wedding dress.
Ooh,
I was there. We went twice. I was there the first time, out on a whim, just me and her. Didn't think they were gonna let us try on dresses. We'll let her try on dresses,
even though you really wanted to. You're like, I'm not getting married.
I'm getting married in 2024.
I don't even have a boyfriend yet, but I would really like to try on a wedding dress.
I wish. Anyway, so she did find her dress with me first, so I will take credit. I felt like such a I don't know. I was like, this is it. This is the dress. This is it.
Like you were like a guru. Like you could just tell.
Yeah.
Maybe guru is not the right word.
Well, like I was very I'm very aggressive because she'd come out and I'd be like, how do you feel? I was like, because it's like that first feeling, you know?
Yeah.
Because, I mean, that's how I do it. Like the minute I try something on, I'm like, how do I feel? Am I a fan of it? Yes, no. And if I'm not feeling it, I just... Take it off.
We don't need that bad juju in our lives.
No. So she found her wedding dress. We went back with her mom. Everyone cried.
Who was all there?
It was her mom, my mom, and then her mom has a good friend of hers in town, so she went along with us.
That's good.
So.
I think the key is to keep the group small.
Oh yeah, super
because
small.
If you expand it to like
to your bridesmaids,
your friends and extended family, and I just think that it gets like
you just want the people
opinions.
That will like be honest with you, and like she from the beginning was like, I want to bring you because you will fucking tell me if something looks horrible or great.
Right.
So.
And it looks like you did your job.
I did my job. That's part of my job description is maid of honor. So
tell her if she looks like shit or tell her if she looks great.
Yeah, that's my job.
Maybe that's like, just be honest.
Yeah, just being honest.
That's awesome.
So that was my good thing.
Okay. Do we want to do like you tell a good thing, I tell a good thing?
Yeah, let's do that.
Okay.
Yeah, because we don't want to go like jump into
good,
a
bad, good. Yeah.
No.
Let's stay on a good high right now. Yeah. Okay, so like a couple weeks ago, my mom invited me to go to the Denton Wine Walk. Mm-hmm. Obviously in Denton, which is like 30 minutes north from where we are. But it wasn't with any of our like my friends. It was something that for her and her friends, like you remember Ginger from the party, from the Christmas party. She like it was her idea, and so they got like their little group together and invited each other like 2 months in advance.
Oh wow!
So I was like, yeah, sure, like that'll be fun. And then we were all walking around, and it was supposed to like storm that day, and like as we're pulling up parking, it starts raining, and we're like, oh great, like we're gonna have to walk around and like drink wine in the rain. I was like, I'm not mad about it. But that was like, it was just good to like spend time with my mom and like see her having a good time with her old friends and just being able to like spend time with them, and because they've known me since I was like born. So it was just like fun catching up with them and drinking wine. It was like $10 to get in. You get a free glass, and then you get to go around like the Denton Square to like all the vendors have wine at their little shops, and you just get like a little sip of wine, and you just walk around, and they have like discounts at their store, and it was cool because I feel like we should look around to see if there's anything like that here, because it's a good way to like see what's in your city. Because I mean, how else do you find out different stores and vendors if you don't like go to them? So I was like, that was a really fun little event that we went to.
That's nice.
Yeah. And like they're wanting to plan, so the glasses that we got were like not big, like not your average wine glass. Yeah. My mom was like, well, we have to come back at least like for the next 6 months so we can get a set of these little Denton wine cup or wine walk glasses. And I was like, oh my gosh. So like if we're ever having a party, it's like, bring your Denton wine walk glass. Right. Like, oh my God. So yeah, it was just really cool to like be there with her and like see her having a good time and like being able to spend time with her too.
That's nice.
Yeah.
Those are always fun times.
It was good. Spending time with your mom's always fun.
It is always fun.
I love her.
All right.
On that note, let's bring it down a notch. What shitty thing has happened to you?
Oh. Talking about bad stuff is always like not like, it's just such a like damper.
Well, yeah.
Such a Debbie Downer.
Yeah, it is.
But we gotta talk about them.
I think that's very true, and I think that's why people don't like talking about bad things that happen to them, especially like with people that they're close to, because they don't want to bring anybody down when in reality it just brings you closer to that person. Yeah. You know what I mean? Yeah. So let's just share and be honest.
Just share. So I recently, about a month ago, I had to cut out this person who's very toxic in my life, very controlling, manipulative, just a bunch of horrible things that was not good for like my mental health And I kind of had to, like, make the decision to just, like, for my mental sake, to just, like, cut him from my life, keep him at an arm's distance. As my one of, like, I was gonna say speech therapist. I don't go to speech therapy. My speech professor once said, like, there are certain people you have to keep, like, at an arm's distance in your life, and just feed them with the spoon, like, every so often, to just,
like, satisfy them.
Yeah. It was, I mean, I knew it was coming because it was, like, building up. But so it was, at the end of the day, I felt relieved. Like, I felt the weight off my shoulders. It didn't hurt as much. If I had done it earlier, I feel like I probably would have, because this person was, like, a really important person in my life. And it probably would have hurt more if I had heard everybody else telling me to just cut him off. But I feel I've literally, like, and my mom has mentioned this. She's like, you're, like, old you, like, you're light and you're, like, having fun and you're, like, really embracing everything. And I am, because I'm not letting this person affect me anymore.
That's
so
good.
It was bad, but, like, it's, like, bittersweet.
Yeah.
So,
like, the end, like, you're now, like, in a better place.
Yeah, I'm, like, starting a new chapter. So
that's good.
Yes.
Good and bad.
Good and bad.
I'm
Sometimes
sorry.
you gotta make sacrifices.
Yeah, I mean, it's unfortunate, but, like, you don't need to have toxic people in your life. Especially, like, friends, family, coworkers. Like, don't let them suck the negativity out of like of you.
Yeah.
Or don't let their negativity suck the positive out of you. Because it's just not worth it. It's so much energy to put up with people like that, instead of, like, surrounding yourself with people that are
lifting you
up and building up your self-esteem and, like, encouraging you to be, like, the best that you can be. Like, being around people that cause drama and are self-centered, like, it's just so, it's toxic and exhausting.
Yeah, it is. And it's, like, not good for, like, your mental health, because
not
it's
at
like,
all.
it's like, why am I stressing over this? Like, you are, like, making me ill.
And most of it is so silly.
Yeah.
Like, that of the, like, the drama or, like, the issues that come up, you're like, is this seriously, like, something that we're
are we really talking about this?
Yeah, really? This is what we're doing?
Yeah.
Okay. But I think, like, as we get older and, like, I mean, you're 23, which is, you're still young, but I feel like you're an old soul and you hang out with, like, 27-year-olds.
Yeah.
So I feel like you're more mature. I feel like you're 27. Not that that's old either, but it's still, like, compared to being 18.
Yeah.
Like, I feel like my perspective on life and the people that I surround myself with and the energy that I want to put into things are so much different than they are now than they were when I was 18. And I just feel like when you get older, you're like, you know, I have things that I would rather be doing, and you don't deserve my time, which is totally okay.
Yeah. It's like someone once said, it's like, because it's like when you're young, like, you think, like, oh, these are the friends I'm going to have for, like, the rest of my life. But as you get older, you kind of have to pick and choose. It's like, do I really want to keep you in my life?
Yeah.
Like, are you, like, what positivity, like, what are you bringing into the table that's making me want to keep this relationship? So,
and I've actually, like, I've lost relationships because I wasn't a good friend, and I've, like, learned from that, like, growing older and being like, well, I need to be more observant about, like, my actions and what I'm doing, because that person was really dear to me, and it, like, still hurts thinking back about it. And, like, she just had her wedding not too long ago, and, like, I wasn't a part of anything, which, I mean, I haven't been a part of her life for, like, years, but, like, still, just looking back, it's like, man. And, you know, people just grow apart and, like, have different interests and stuff like that. I just look at it and think, like, what could I have done differently? And I think that's just a part of learning from your mistakes and, like, trying to be better the next time to your next friends.
Yeah. And, like, growing up, because it's like you just mentioned, I'm, like, 23, and I feel like I might be, like, way far ahead of the game than, like, other people my age, because I feel like we also grow up with this sense of, like, we have to like hold close those relationships. You're not told, but it's like you kind of almost feel bad like when you don't, when it's like, how do I word this? When it's like, oh, I don't want to cut them off because they don't have anybody or like whatever, and it's like,
or it's because it's so comfortable.
Yeah, like, and it's like it's not healthy for you. And you have to sit down and like reflect and like think like, how is this person like honestly making me feel?
Yeah. And as a friend, it's really hard to like sit back and watch people go through hardships like what you've been going through, and there's nothing I can do about it, you know, like I can just be a supportive friend and like let you know that I'm here for you. And sometimes people just suck, and you have to be a strong enough person to realize that you're more important than like that toxic relationship. You know? Yeah, definitely. Man.
That was deep.
That was so deep.
Man.
I feel like we touched on a lot of things there.
We did. It was really deep.
That was really good. I felt like really good on my chest.
Felt like a good Oprah moment.
Yeah. Preach, Oprah. Preach. All right. Well, my bad thing is not that deep or depressing. But I do have 2 bad things that have happened. Well, these past 3 weeks, Texas Tech has not shown up to play, and they've lost the past 3 games. I know that's like a very low,
it's frustrating.
It's so frustrating because like, why do we suck at football every single year?
But it's like another thing that like frustrates me about like sports. Sometimes it's like when a team goes in like with their energy, like, oh, like we just know we're gonna lose or like whatever. It's like, no, like go in there thinking you're gonna kick their ass.
Yeah. Well, and sometimes I think that we do that, and then we like overcompensate, and then we suck even more. And so, you know, you just can't win. You just really can't. But I think too, like we got a new coach this year, so I'm gonna give it to him this year. Like it's a learning season, like teaching season, whatever. Next year we better come out and win, because I don't like losing to stupid teams. Anyways, that's that. And then another thing that kind of just like sucks and like is on the topic of adulting, I got a speeding ticket a couple months ago. I was actually driving out to Mel J's Lake House, and like I felt like I was running late. And you know when you feel like you're running late, and then you get to the place where you feel like you're running late too,
and you're like, I'm early.
I'm like, I wasn't like, not that it wasn't like fun when I got there, but it was like everyone's just chilling, like relaxing, and I'm like, I could have just like gone the speed limit and gotten there, and everyone would have still been doing the same thing, and like I could have saved myself $200. Yeah. So that happened, and so I just paid the ticket, and then like a couple weeks ago, I got a thing in the mail saying that I had a freaking court date because I didn't turn in a defensive driving in my driving record. And I was like, well, I paid the ticket. I called up the lady, and she was like, what's your number or whatever, blah, blah, blah. So I read it to her, and I was like, I paid my ticket, so why am I getting this? Yeah. And she was like, well, if you do this before your court date, they gave me a court date, and then on the letter it said if I don't go to court, they're going to put a warrant out for my arrest.
Oh my God.
I'm like, oh my God.
You're like looking over your shoulder.
I'm like, oh my gosh. I just like was speeding, not that bad. But so I did the defensive driving, paid an extra like $10 for my driving record. And so now I have to freaking mail it off. My court date is this Friday, so I have to like mail it I was supposed to mail it today, but I forgot.
Oops.
I'll mail it tomorrow morning.
Yeah.
It will get there. It's in McKinney.
Oh,
it'll
get
there.
Yeah, definitely.
Yeah, okay. I'm not worried about it.
On that topic, like, because DMV people just like, I'm like, can you have a better attitude, please? And maybe like,
she's not even faster? At the DMV. She's at the courts. So she's like,
she's got
the state of Texas law. So I don't know. But
that reminded me, like, so off topic. I watched Zootopia, and it has a really good message in case if some of you guys are parents.
Oh my gosh, the Zootopia movie is so cute.
But the sloths, like, they've never hit it so on point of what it's like being at the DMV.
Yeah, he's like, hurry, man, like, I gotta go. Come on. He's like,
come on. Okay, the driver's license is blah, 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 blah. And he's like, D.
And then he gets his little nail out and he's like,
yes. And then the Foxy's like, hey, do you want to hear a joke? And he tells him a joke. He's like, ha, ha. And he turns around and he's like, Beatrice, or whatever her name is.
You want to hear a joke?
But he's like, you want to. And she's like, the bunny's like, oh my God. That's what it's like at the DMV.
It really is. Oh my God. It was like that when we were freaking waiting at line at Dollar
Oh my
General
God,
the other day.
yes.
We went to go get Christmas decorations at Dollar General, and we were in a line, and there's like a lot of things like on the cart thing.
On the belt.
Or on the belt. And I was like, Luisa, go see if the other line is like closer to being done. And so she's like, yeah, it is. So we went over there, and the people that were at the cash register were like getting balloons, and they're like, oh man, like I don't know what balloon I want. I think I want that one, and then that one, and then these other I was still in character. These other people that were in the group were on the other side of the store, like trying to find a banner, and she yelled, she's like, hey y'all, are y'all getting that banner? Are y'all ready? Like blah blah blah. And so we're like, all right, well we're gonna go back to the other line. And so then when we get to the other line, the girl in front of us, she's like,
she didn't deposit her check.
Her card got declined, and then she's like, well, let me go out to my car. So let me see. I'm like, oh my God.
No, and then the cashier's turning around asking the other guy a question.
Oh, because she wanted to get cash out.
And then that lady's like, did y'all get the banner?
Yelling across the store. And me and Luisa are looking at each other. I'm starting to sweat because I'm like, this is ridiculous. Get me out of here. It's like the fluorescent lights are like beaming down.
Oh
and then the
God.
girl walks back in from her car like 3 minutes later, and she was like, oh, I forgot to deposit my check. And it's like, are you fucking kidding me?
This is the same girl that was like checking herself out as we're walking into Dollar Store.
Man.
Oh my God.
Yeah, that was definitely a sloth moment. I felt like I was just in the middle of a sloth moment. Whew.
Oh my God, that was hilarious.
I don't know where that accent came from. It just like popped right out of me.
It sounded nothing like the lady.
Well, you know, I haven't practiced that accent.
No.
I just got to go with what I know.
I know. That was hilarious, though. Oh, my God.
Okay. Let's change gears.
Yes.
I feel like that's enough about us for a second. That was a good bad.
Yeah, a little buffer.
Yeah. Oh, my God.
Oh, my God.
All right, y'all. So it's December. We got our decorations up, got our Christmas tree.
Oh, yeah. We wasted no time.
Well, we could have put it up sooner.
Yeah, we could have.
I mean, we did have it up for, like, the actual tree up for a couple weeks.
Everything else is just...
But it wasn't decorated.
Yeah.
We decorated the Saturday after Thanksgiving.
Mm-hmm.
And if you want to see it, go look at our Instagram.
Yes.
But, we were talking earlier about, like, because we both celebrate Christmas, obviously.
Yes.
But, like, America is, like, trying to be politically correct nowadays. And
I just think everybody gets offended easily.
they do.
Like, I could be like, good morning. It's like, oh, that is not my language, or, like, whatever. And it's like, well.
It's the afternoon. You're like, I'm sorry, I woke up late. At least I'm trying to be nice.
Oh, my God. No. You can't, like, it's like, it's, what do I say? Do you say happy holidays, Merry Christmas?
I just think you should say, like, what you celebrate. Oh, my gosh, can we take a minute and, like, look at Fiona under the tree? Oh, she's so cute.
She's like, I'm a little present.
I'm going to sit here and let my family know I'm a gift.
Right.
Okay. Continue. I'm going to take a picture of her.
But I just think people are so, like, it's so worked up. It's like, look, some people don't celebrate Christmas. It's fine. Like, I don't get it. I'm not going to get offended if someone tells me Happy Hanukkah. I'm going to be like, thank you for wishing me a Happy Hanukkah.
Yeah. I don't even celebrate Hanukkah, but thank you for wishing me a happy one.
You know, in Hanukkah, they get presents for, like, 7 days.
Yeah.
Like,
I'm not really sure what the story is behind that, but I would want to celebrate Hanukkah if I was Jewish.
yeah. I feel like, you know what? The Jewish people should have more, like, musical representation. Like, all they have is that Dreidel Dreidel song from Adam Sandler and SNL.
And they have the Holiday Armadillo. Oh, no, that's just, like...
That's
Ross. Well, he was trying to be the buffer between...
Christmas
and...
But I thought it was so dumb because Monica always celebrates Christmas.
Yeah, she does always celebrate Christmas.
Since when are you Jewish?
I think they just threw that in there to, like, have confrontation. Like, oh...
Because Ross needs something.
He needs confrontation. Like, if he doesn't have, like, a girlfriend or something, it's some
if he's not fighting over a sandwich or divorce, he's got to have something.
All right, I got a little bit.
Yeah. I don't even know what I was saying earlier, but I was like, this is just so, like, I'm like, why can't we all just be like in the Hallmark movies, the Christmas movies, where everyone's just like The Grinch, for example. The Whoville people are just like the merriest people of all.
I know. And I read this thing is like the Grinch didn't actually hate Christmas. He hated people.
Yeah, because they were mean to him.
Yeah.
Like
the freaking mayor.
He was such a... Just because Martha
May Whovier.
Yeah, that's her name. I was like, what's her name? Had a crush on him. I watched it last night, and he was like, hey, Martha. He was so cute as a baby. Oh, my God.
He was a hairy baby.
He was a hairy baby. And they make fun of him for that. They're like, you're an 8-year-old who has a beard. It's like, that's more hairs than what you got, man.
Yeah, like, that should be an accomplishment.
Yeah.
Like, I'm more of a man than you.
Yeah. Oh, ridiculous.
But back on the topic of, like, Merry Christmas versus, like, Happy Holidays, I think that people should just say
whatever you want.
And, like, people just need to be more accepting of, like, other people and, like, what they celebrate. And,
yeah.
Like, not everyone, like, just, like, your opinions. Like, not everyone's going to agree with you.
No.
Not everyone celebrates the same...
There's Kwanzaa as well. We can't forget about them.
Oh, yeah. Kwanzaa.
It's like, if you want to tell, like, just, it was never a problem till, like, these past, 5 years? 10 years?
Probably, yeah, like 10 years.
Like, this past decade? Oh, my God. We're entering a new decade, guys. Let's make this a better
2020.
one.
2020. Sorry.
Let's go in just saying whatever you want.
Well, I just think that people need to, like, tone it down a little bit. Like, no one is celebrating Christmas or Kwanzaa or Hanukkah to, like, dig at you or to, like, hurt your feelings or, like, just let them do themselves and, like, you do you. And, like...
It's like they don't complain for, like, years and years. We, like, have the Macy's Christmas Day Parade. Like, we explode Christmas on all these people that don't celebrate it. And, like, what? Just a bunch of snowflakes complaining. It's like, it's the snowflakes are the ones that celebrate Christmas. They're defending people that don't celebrate Christmas. Like, that just doesn't make sense.
It doesn't make sense. I just feel like the happy holidays, like, everyone's trying to be politically correct. When I worked for the government, like, we couldn't say Merry Christmas. Like, you can't say Merry Christmas in your emails. You have to say Happy Holidays because... heaven forbid, someone doesn't celebrate Christmas.
There's always that one person that's like...
and it's like, you know what, Judy? In accounting...
You know what, Karen,
Carol, Barbara, all you little basic bitches in HR, calm your tits. Like, everyone... You know, it's not the fact, like, oh, I'm telling them to have a Merry Christmas.
You're not doing it in a deceiving way.
You're telling them to have, like, you're just, like, telling them to have, like, a happy...
holiday.
Yeah.
That's pretty much what you're saying.
Yeah, but you're, like, telling them, like, hey, I celebrate Christmas.
Yeah, and, like, you know what? Like, oh, this is what I was saying earlier.
And they get to learn a little interesting fact about you because maybe they didn't know you were a Christian. Or maybe they didn't know you believed in Jesus.
Yeah.
Now they do.
I feel like also, like, there are people that celebrate Christmas that don't go to church.
Yeah. I feel like a
You
lot
know,
of
so I feel like
people do.
everything's like so taken out of context.
Yeah.
You know?
I think that's very true. And I think that is like a huge part of like how Christmas, like the Christmas meaning, or like people get so sick of it. Like my dad for the longest time hated Christmas just because the meaning of it for the family was presents, and like we had to spend money on people we never saw, like cousins and like uncles and grandparents. And I understand, let's celebrate with them, let's do something, let's spend time together, because I think that's really more of what Christmas is like spending time with your loved ones and celebrating obviously like Jesus's birthday and like him being born, and but it's really spending time with your family and your loved ones and your friends, and just like cherishing those moments, because honestly you never know like when the last time you're ever going to see someone is. And I mean, I don't like conflict, and I don't like being mad at someone or like, you know, having any kind of confrontation or anything. And I feel like just the holiday seasons is a great reason to like reconnect with people that maybe you haven't talked to in a while, or just spend a little extra time and like sending extra love to people that you know that need it, or that even that you don't know that need it. Because I mean, when you Kelly and I were talking the other night, I mean, we were just like all talking and catching up on each other's lives and like shit that's been going on, and like I think Kelly said it the best, was like, man, like you never really know what's going on in anyone else's life. No. And I was like, yeah, you really don't, because people hide that shit. Like, and I touched on it a little earlier, but like people don't want to share that because they don't want to be a burden on anyone. You know, like they don't want their problems to become your problems. And I feel like when we talked about, like that night when we talked about just like stuff that was going on in our lives, it wasn't like terminal stuff, it wasn't like life-changing things, but you know, things that like have just been going on in our lives that have not necessarily gone our way or whatever. And I feel like talking about that stuff just like brings us closer together as friends, and opens up a communication and trust in each other that we can come to each other if something else was ever going on. And I think that's super important in friendship, especially as we get older, because I mean, as much as I love my mom and my dad, and like I know that they're not always going to be here, which is heartbreaking to say, but like you're going to have people to lean on when terrible things happen in your life. And like those relationships are so important. And I think this time of year just is like a reminder of how blessed you are and how grateful you should be for all of those people in your lives, and like the relationships that God has put in your lives.
It's just like you said, like being grateful and stuff, because it's like I feel like we often forget, like during the holiday season, although we are constantly like reminded, but we do forget. Like there are people that don't like to celebrate Christmas, not because it's like anything, it's a tough holiday because they don't have family to celebrate it with, or they've lost a loved one, and it's a hard holiday for a lot of people. And
or it's like about getting presents to a lot of people, and like it puts
there are a lot of parents that can't afford.
It puts people in debt, and it's like that's not what this holiday is about. And like the stores obviously like hone in on them because this is like their best time of year. Fourth quarter is the best time of year for retail. And because of all the holidays. And it puts people in debt because like that's what, as a society, we've come to
be like very materialistic.
Be like taught like that's what's important, and you kind of have to like take a step back and be like, what's really important to me? Like, is it like a new sweater?
The new iPad?
Like my dad was
no.
asking me what I wanted for Christmas, and I'm like, I was thinking about it. I'm like, I honestly like don't even know. It's actually better to get gifts that you need, and this is so like adulting right now, but
Yeah.
as you get older, you're like, man, cool, I don't have to spend money on socks. You're like this is great. Like, I don't want to have to spend my money on like things that I know that I'm gonna have to buy. Toilet paper, toothpaste, mouthwash, like all of that stuff is so annoying to buy, but like you have to have it. Like shampoo and conditioner, I hate buying it. I'll like not take a shower for 5 days.
Oh my God, I did not know that.
I will not wash my hair for 4 days or 5 days and I'll just like dry shampoo it. I'll take a shower, like I'll body wash, but like if I don't have shampoo or conditioner, like I'll try to not have to buy it as long as I can.
Dang. I'm just like the whole presents thing, like I'm a very big like it's the thought that counts kind of gal. It doesn't have to be anything new or fancy. No, like it's just
I love customized things, like because that obviously shows me that the person thought about something that I would like. Even if I don't like it, obviously I'm gonna love it because like if it has my name on it or my initial or like a picture of us or my cats or like even if it is a cat, like that's like just personal because it's like something that I like, and you like actually put something like a thought into like what you're buying me, like not just like a cup or a mug or like those are everywhere, and I have a cabinet full, and we use almost every single mug, and then we wash our mugs. If you wanted to know a fact about us, we use all of our mugs and then we wash them.
Once we're like, oh, I think it's time.
Like, well, we ran out of mugs. Time to start the dishwasher. But I mean, going back to just like, I mean, we kind of touched on this at the beginning, I think, but like just like being a good friend and a good person in general. Like, there's no reason for you to throw shade on someone because they're different than you, or because they don't have something that you have, or they are different. It just makes me very humble and I always try to like be the hopefully the best person that I can be every day. Smile at people that walk by me and like say hi and say thank you, and those are just like small things like for strangers. Like I don't necessarily like go out of my way to like have a conversation, but I'm not like a dick, and like maybe I could be better, maybe I could that's also not really my personality. Like, I don't like to go and talk to strangers that I don't know.
It depends on the situation I'm in.
I mean, maybe if they start talking to me first, like, I would be more inclined, but, like, I'm not going to go up and, like, talk to them.
You're like, hi.
Hi. My favorite color is purple. What's yours? Buddy the Elf. But I just think, like, just being mindful of, like, just other people's situations, and that they're not the same as yours, and that they might be going through something completely different than what you're going through, and just like sympathizing and I don't know, kind of not like walking in their shoes because you obviously can't, you don't know, but just not comparing yourself to them and like being better than them, like just they're a person, they're a human being, like just think if you were in their situation, like how would you want to be treated?
And we all come from like different like walks of life.
Oh, for
Meaning,
sure.
like we all have different things that have like made us into who we are today, and so we kind of like, you can't take offense to everything people say. Like, it's just, that's just the way they are. Like, you can't change people at the end of the day. Yeah, you really can't. You have to, take things with grains of salt and like a shot of tequila. Yeah. And a side of lime.
And a side of lime. And you know what? Shake their hand, look them in the eye, and say, I hope you have a great day. And, like, even if you disagree with someone, you don't have to agree with everyone. And not everyone has to agree with you. No. And I don't know when that even became a thing that people want everyone to agree with them. Because how boring would the world be if everyone thought the exact same?
That would be pretty.
It would be
pretty
so
sure there's
boring.
like a movie about it, you know, where they're all like, oh, it's that Lego movie.
It would be so boring.
Yeah.
Like, everyone thinks the same. There would be no change. There would be no, like,
gross.
Everything would be the same all the time. You would do the same thing. You wake up, do the same, like, there wouldn't be any reason to, like, I mean, that's so morbid of me to say, but,
yeah,
but why would God have created people if everyone was the same?
Those are called dictatorships.
Exactly. And we don't like that shit.
No. Bad juju. I was going to say was it that movie Noelle I just watched on Disney Plus, y'all? Because that's out. Positive thing.
That is a positive thing. That's a good thing that we're going to add to our list.
Yeah.
Of good things that have happened to us. Disney Plus.
Yes. One thing, like, it's, you know, someone wanting to become Santa, but, like, one of the main, like, the main theme of the movie was, they ask Anna Kendrick, like, her character, like, what does Christmas mean to you? And I feel like we've often forgotten, like, the true meaning of Christmas. Like, and it's something, like, both Jesus and, like, Santa Claus, like, represent. It's not about, like, the presents or, like, it's, like, being, like, grateful for what you have. And, like, it's something she says. She's, like, it took her having to go out, like, outside of the North Pole to, like, discover that there are people that, there are kids that just want their parents to have jobs and, you know, like, a roof over their heads. Like, they don't need an iPad or
non-materialistic things are the things that actually matter to you most. Like, it sucks if your iPad cracks and, like, breaks, and, like, it sucks if you need a new one, but, like,
there are homeless people out there with no coats and the freezing cold.
Exactly. Or, like, think if something happened to, like, someone that you loved, like, that would be, like, who cares about your fucking iPad at that point, you know? Like, things like that happen all the time, and I think to the people that we don't realize that, like, it could happen to. Like,
it's like the Christmas Carol.
Right. Well,
that's, like, the biggest theme on there.
Yeah, exactly.
Like, Scrooge is so, like, money, like, I just have to work, blah, blah, blah. And I forget, I only think of the Muppets one. But Kermit is wanting to take Christmas Day off to spend with his kids.
Yeah.
And even working for Scrooge, he has, like, no money and his kid is, like, sick.
Yeah.
So, that's...
Yeah. I mean, I just think that hopefully everyone listening is full of Christmas cheer, or at least, like, just a nice person in general, and
takes this time to reflect on, like, the meaning. Like, what does Christmas mean to you guys?
And it doesn't have to be Christmas, obviously. Like, we just said, like, we say Christmas because that's what we believe in. But
that's what we celebrate. But it could be whatever, like, what does...
If you believe in Hanukkah, what does Hanukkah believe?
What does Kwanzaa mean to you?
What does it mean to you? What does the season mean to you?
Like,
what is Thanksgiving to... Like, okay, let's say November to December. What does that mean to you?
Yeah.
Like, that's just a time to reflect on your year, the person that you've been, the people that you're around, like, what you've been doing. Are you doing good things? Or are you doing bad things? Like, have you been making smart choices or not? Like, are you hanging out with the right people or are you not? Like, this is a time for, I think,
reflection
for you to reflect on yourself and the people that you're hanging around. And if you're not hanging around the right people, like,
it's time to, like, regroup and, like, really look at your roster and think about who you're surrounding yourself by. Because those really affect the paths, you know, like, life has chosen for you. You know, I'm a big believer in, like, God and, like, fate. Like, there's, like, paths, like, paved away for us. And if you're, like, with the wrong crowd, you're not going to see that path. And you probably won't take it.
Yeah, even if it's laid down in front of you, you
Yeah.
probably wouldn't take it. But, I mean, the people that you surround yourself with in life are a huge portion of how well you live your life and how happy you are, and just, you know, I mean, we're going off on a really, like, off topic, but I just think that the people that you surround yourself with, like, you should be grateful for them, and you know, just be the friend that you would want them to be.
Yeah.
Like, I always try to tell myself that. Like, I always try to be the friend that I want them to be in. Yeah. Just, I mean, that's like the golden rule, right?
Yeah.
Like, treat others how you want to be treated. Like, be the friend that you want to be friends with.
Yeah.
That's a really good quote. Hashtag quoted by Erin.
Hashtag end quote.
End quote. That's what I meant to say.
I was like, hashtag, what are you hashtagging?
Hashtag best quote ever.
Right. All right.
But, okay. Well, on that note, are you going to tell us, like, an interesting fact about
So I got some weird facts about Christmas, guys.
Yeah. So, hold on, before you do.
Go ahead.
So, Luisa's, like, the fact queen, and, like, she'll be talking to me about random things, and she's like, oh, my God. And I think
we were at Waffle House the other day.
I think that I've told you guys this, but she'll be like, oh, my God, did you know, blah, blah, blah. And I'm like, no, only weirdos freaking know that.
Oh, my God.
I'm just kidding. But, like, she knows just, like, the weirdest facts, like, that normal people just, like, she just reads a lot of weird articles when she's at work.
Yes.
And, like, she's like, that's another article I read. And it's like,
we were at Waffle House the other morning, and I was like, did you know Waffle House has, like, an actual record label? She's like, no, I did not know.
I don't know majority of the facts.
The more you know.
The more you know. Hey, you don't know until you know.
That's
one of
right.
my favorite quotes that I made up. I think I made that up.
Anyways, this fun Christmas fact, this might come as a shock to y'all, but Jingle Bells was actually written for Thanksgiving, not Christmas.
No way.
Yeah, it was. Which I still don't understand. I'm like, how did this writer was like writing this song and like, oh, this is going to be a great song for Thanksgiving. Like, how did that thought process go through?
Like, jingle bells, jingle jingle all the way. Were they like jingling?
Well, I guess the title
for
was
the food
One
being
Horse
ready?
Open Sleigh. That was the title of it. It was in Jingle Bells.
Okay.
And he wrote it in 1857. So, like, not even 100 years after the Revolutionary War.
Well, and because they didn't really celebrate Christmas back then.
Yeah, they didn't. Because you guys have to remember, like, back then, like...
Isn't that a fact that I just read that fact because we were looking at facts, but that they didn't celebrate.
Oh, yeah, they didn't celebrate it.
So...
And I added on to, it was because people didn't really, like, mingle. Because everybody owned just land. And nobody would, like... Hey, neighbor, can I borrow some sugar? Like, no, nobody did that back then.
You got to walk 5 miles to get some sugar.
Get on your horse-drawn carriage. No, that did not happen. They probably would, like, be like, no, get away from here.
Cupcakes don't need sugar today.
Right? Japanese people traditionally eat at KFC for Christmas dinner.
That's weird.
That is weird.
Like American Japanese or Japanese Japanese?
I'm pretty sure Japanese.
American Japanese probably like, I don't know what they do.
I don't. That's what there should, you know, there's like all these docuseries lately. There should be one about like all the different types of families across America and how they celebrate Christmas. I'm pretty sure there has been a movie about it. But they should redo one because I think it'd be really good for everybody to watch, you know?
Maybe we should quit our jobs and go around America looking for different types of people and ask them and take note and interview people.
That'd be fun. You know, that was almost my major. Like, I almost went to school in California to be like a documentarist.
Really?
Yeah.
That would be cool.
Yeah. Because when I was in...
We wouldn't have met, though.
Yeah. We wouldn't have. I would have been in California.
We wouldn't have been doing this podcast.
No, we wouldn't have. See how fate works?
The universe.
Oh, this one's kind of people were weird back then, guys. Puritans in America tried to make Thanksgiving Day the most important annual festival instead of Christmas.
Rude.
It's like Puritans were. I feel like there was like something weird about them that I don't remember right now. This lady, her husband gifted her a bidet, and if you don't know what a bidet is, it cleans your butt. It washes it and dries it for you.
Squirts water up it and dries it right up.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I want one of those. Hint, hint. Not for Christmas, just whenever you want to send anyone.
I was like, I'm not going to get you a bidet.
No, not you.
Future husband, buy a house with a bidet in it for Luisa.
Oh my God, a Japanese bidet. Those are the best ones. Heated seats. It air dries it for you. It talks. What's that one movie with James Franco? And he's like this like high-tech like CEO and he's dating this guy's daughter. And they come for the holidays. Did you not see that one?
No. Anyways, I feel like we covered a lot of stuff in a short amount of time.
Yeah, we did.
I mean, there's obviously like way more that we could have discussed, but
we got
a lot of stuff out. Like, I feel cleansed.
I do feel cleansed. I feel very zen right now.
Oh, also, I want to put on our good list that Luisa and I are starting to work out together in the morning before she goes to work at 6 a.m.
That's right.
And my arms, as I'm holding this microphone, are starting to get sore.
My abs are sore, actually.
Are they?
Yeah, like the upper ones, because we did.
Oh yeah, when we were doing crunches today. Oh my gosh, we were almost done with our workout, almost done, and we're doing crunches, and I feel like we're on like number 17, and all I hear is a. I look over at Luisa,
I thought it was,
and she is just buzzing out laughing. She's like, I felt it coming. I thought I was going to do it
during the bicycle. I thought it was surely going to come during the bicycle crunches, but it didn't. I was like, okay. No, it came out during the normal crunches.
Oh my gosh. We had to take a breath, take a pause. We continued and we finished our workout, even with a little laughter sesh. And I think that is a good ab workout.
I did like 5 extra more because I didn't know.
Oh my gosh. It was so funny.
But I'm glad we were the only ones there.
Well, yeah. Anyone else that would have been in there would have probably had headphones on anyways. Yeah. But I was like, oh my gosh, at least we weren't like doing yoga or something, like in a yoga studio, like for a yoga class or something. I've been in a class, like in a yoga class, and someone has farted in there. And y'all, it is so hard not to laugh when someone farts in a yoga class because everyone is so quiet and the teacher's like, and breathe, inhale, exhale, and then there's just like
waves,
and it's like, what? I'm not supposed to laugh, and it's like you have to just like.
I would just cough. And be like,
yeah, I mean, it was great. Was it great? It made the whole workout worth it, honestly. Like,
oh my God, it was hilarious.
I'm so glad that we went.
Oh my God.
But I'm starting to get sore.
I am starting. My abs are like, I think I've laughed too much.
Yeah, that's probably what it is. Not the crunches that we did.
No.
So
laughter
anyways,
is good.
Yeah, laughter.
If I could just like laugh all the time and just get abs from it, wouldn't that just be great?
Yeah, if I could eat cheese all the time and get muscles from it, that would be great. If I could eat pizza all the time, that would be great. If I could eat bread, cheesy bread.
Oh my God, I just love cheese.
So good. Me too. I just bought more cheese sticks. I told myself when I went to the store not to buy more cheese sticks, and I walked past them and I bought more cheese sticks.
Like, oh, those look good.
I was like, they're a good snack. And when I snack on them, I eat like 3.
I do.
I can't eat just like 1. They're so good. And they're so small.
But
they
see, they need to make adult ones. Because I feel like those are for, like, kids.
They're, like, as long as your head.
I know, but, like, the thickness of it is...
That's true. That's very true. The thickness is not very big. Oh, my gosh.
Guys.
All right. We're talking about craziness now. So we're going to leave you with that. Yeah. Let's cheers. Let's cheers to it being December and Christmas time and spreading holiday cheer wherever we go with smiles on our faces and being the best people that we can be.
Mm-hmm. Yes.
Cheers.
Toast. Cheers.
All right, guys. That's a wrap. We'll talk to you next time.
Yes.
And
Guys, hold on.
Oh.
Quick PSA. Please leave us a review. 5 stars on Apple.
Oh,
we are now on
yes,
Apple.
We are. That's a good thing that's happened. Add it to the list.
Yes.
Add it to the list.
That?
I don't know.
Damn it. Anyways, go, because we can actually read y'all reviews. I don't care if you guys are trolls. I don't care. I'll probably just laugh.
I'll troll you back.
Right?
Troll
but
you back.
please leave us 5 stars. We want 5 stars.
Yes, and if you don't follow us on Spotify, like, just go do it and, like, you know.
Because when
help
we
us
post
out.
a new episode, you would automatically be, like, updated.
Alerted,
Yeah. It'd be like, hey, Basically Adulting has just posted a new episode.
Yeah, and we have a schedule, like, that's, like, one of our New Year's resolutions, guys, is, like, scheduling out posts and, like, being more organized with all of this stuff. Like, obviously this is very new to us, and, like, we realized how much, you know, time it takes to be able to do this. And so we've actually come up with a plan and posts and times that we're going to record and times we're going to post, especially for the month of December. So please, like, follow us and like support us. We appreciate everything that you guys do to help us out. Like, it means the world to us. So,
seeing all your little likes, and when we start seeing y'all's comments, it's just a boost.
We love it.
Yeah.
And it makes us want to, like, you know, do
keep
a little
going.
more.
Yeah.
Yeah. And we want you guys to be a part of our lives, like, because you're very important to us, and we want to help, you know, with things that are going on in your life, because I know that wasn't easy for Luisa to talk about today, but, like, the importance of it to, like, just share, I think is so, like, brave of you to, like, talk about it, because who knows what other people, like, like we were saying, like, who knows what other people are going through that could just touch their heart and, like, make a difference in their mindset or how they feel about someone, you know? Yeah. So, I mean, we're sharing, and we want to keep sharing with you guys. So please share and like and follow and all the above, and like us on Instagram. If you want to follow our personal pages, mine is at Erin Waddell, ErinWaddell.
Mine is at Miss Luisa Diaz, MSLuisadiaz.
And I think that's it.
That's
for now.
it. We'll see y'all next week.
Time.
Merry Christmas.
Bye. Bye.